Over 4,000 children and youth are living in foster care in Connecticut. Casey Family Services wants to change that. They say that all young people, no matter what their age or needs, deserve to be part of a family that provides unconditional love. And joining me right now is Roy Anastasio-Burke, and she is a Senior Communications Manager for Annie E. Casey Foundation and Casey Family Services. Hi, how are you?
Hello,
so nice
Steve.
to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Hey, could you tell us a little bit about, what is going on right now as far as becoming a foster parent and how great the need is for foster parents right here in Connecticut?
Well, we have a great need for foster parents. As you just said, there are over 4,000 children in foster care. Casey Family Services works with DCF. We get kids referred to us, and we look for families for those kids all the time. So if anyone is interested, Casey's here to help.
Yeah, give us an idea, if you could, Roy, about the background of Casey Family Services and how it all started out and how we have it here in Connecticut
Sure,
now.
absolutely. Well, Casey Family Services is the direct service agency for the Annie E. Casey Foundation, which was started by Jim Casey, who founded UPS.
Oh, no kidding.
Right, and his siblings. His mother was widowed fairly early on, and he wanted to give back to the most vulnerable children and families in the United States, and he determined that those were kids in foster care. So he started Casey Family Services as a direct service arm of the foundation in 1976 in Bridgeport. And today we still have our Bridgeport division operating, and we also have a division in Hartford, Connecticut.
So now there's such a need out there, but tell us specifically about what it's like if you want to get involved with maybe some of the kids that are a little bit older or the teenagers. Well, how does that process work, and how rewarding can that be?
Well, it can be extremely rewarding. Casey has kids of all ages who are waiting for families. A lot of times people will start out by saying, I want a really young child, or I want a baby. But over the course of our training, they get really interested sometimes in some of the older kids, and that can be a really rewarding experience. Many of these kids have been in foster care for several years. They are really very appreciative of a family who loves them. And I think that's the thing about foster care. It's really more about foster parenting, not just foster care. And Casey really applies the litmus test of what would we want for our own children. If something happened to me, I would not want a system raising my kids. I would want a loving family who loved them unconditionally. And that's really what foster parenting is all about.
Well, how do you start the process? I mean, if somebody says, I think I might be ready to put my toes in a little bit and become a foster parent, how do you get the process going?
Sure. Well, we ask people to call our number, which is easy to remember, thankfully, 888-799-KIDS, K-I-D-S, and we will be happy to talk to anyone who's even remotely interested. Don't feel shy, don't feel intimidated by calling. We also can put people in touch with a current parent, someone who has fostered or who has adopted a child, and they would be more than happy to talk with the person, the prospective parent, and help them. We have information sessions that happen all during the year. In fact, we have one coming up July 8th at our Bridgeport division at 5:30. We have a new division headquarters there that's just a beautiful, beautiful space on 777 Main Street, I believe, in downtown Bridgeport. So.
And we want to point out, though, the real push right now, the real area that we need help in is with the teenagers, right?
That is. This year, for the first time, the number of kids across the nation has declined in foster care to 463,000. It was hovering above 500,000 for many years. Now it's down to 463,000. That's great news. However, the numbers of older kids who are aging out, and that means in most states kids who reach the age of 18 will emancipate from foster care, and then these kids don't have any families, they have no safety net, and they're expected to navigate the adult world anew without that support. So those kids, the numbers of those kids has increased over the last decade, and it's up to over 30,000, unfortunately. So we do really cry out for families for some of those older kids, and we have parents who have adopted them in big numbers, and they've enjoyed it. And have had very enriching experiences.
More happy endings, that's what we're looking for.
I hope so.
Roy Anastasio-Burke, what an honor to actually meet you and have you here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, and if you'd like any more information, you can go to our website, WTNH.com, and click on the Connecticut Style link, and we'll take you right along to it. All right, just take a look at the screen. You see it all right there. There's all of your information. Grab a pen, jot it down. There you go, right? All the phone numbers, websites, it's all right there for you to see. Hey, don't go away. There's more Connecticut Style coming your way right after this.